I haven't been this clean since a while. It feels nice. Anyway, that's not the point of today's video. I'm gonna do a full Revolut review for 2020, and most importantly, I want to walk you through the whole interface and how everything works so you can see it firsthand. Why am I doing this? Because first of all, when I was doing my research, there's just no video like this. There are the pros and cons that we are also going to do, but there was no the experience. You couldn't see behind the scenes like how exactly it looks and it feels. And I think this is crucial when you are adopting something new, and especially when it comes to money. And I think this is the future. I truly believe we're in the midst of a huge change in the banking industry, and fintech companies like Revolut do this change, and you need to be aware of this. I even made my mom order a card and start investing in cryptocurrencies, but more about this a bit later. This video is not sponsored in any way by Revolut. I'm just a big fan of their service and I've been using it for the past 18 months. There are plenty of other competitors on the market. Actually, Revolut might not be offered in your region, and if it's not, you can skip this video, but before that, give me a thumbs up and give me a comment down below, and then you can go on with your day. Very quickly, what is Revolut? Basically, it's the alternative of the bank, because you get a lot of services that the bank offers. Actually, now they don't offer like loans and deposits and a few other things, but most of the banking services for a lot less, first of all, and then on top of them, they offer you a lot more services like insurance, like trading, stocks, cryptocurrencies, and all kinds of other stuff. And most importantly, the user experience is much more better. Much better. It's much better. I believe that customer experience is one of the most important things when you're offering any kind of service or a product, and banks have been failing at this for hundreds of years. It's just so complex. I'm pretty sure anyone has a bank account and you know how hard it is to open one. You have to go to the bank, you have to wait in a line, then you have to fill in a lot of paperwork, then you have to wait about a week to get your card, then if you want to put some money in, then you have to go again, and so on. It's just, oh, it's a nightmare. I just hate going to any kind of banks. And on top of this, because they can do whatever they want, they charge you crazy money for everything. And the new wave of fintech companies like Revolut are challenging this, and I love this. Ordering the card is completely free unless you want to upgrade to the Meta or whatever it's called. But then withdrawing money is also free. Making transfers, any kind of transfer, is free, which brings me to the first point. You know how you go out with a friend and you kind of want to pay the bill and you have to split it, and you check your pockets if you have the exact change, and if you don't, if the waiter will have it, or maybe your friend has to give you €2 more or less, and it's complete mess. Well, Revolut completely solves this because they have the option to split a bill, and then somebody just pays with the card and the other friends get their portion, and there's no worry. You don't even have to pull out any money or have any cash on you. And the best part about this is that happens instantly, and you can actually send money like this through friends. Otherwise, imagine doing this through a bank. Hey, what's your IBAN? Okay, just let me write it down. Okay, and then you have the two names and the reasons for. Okay, in one day you will have the money in your bank account, and it's just like, oh my God. The other day we were at a birthday party, and you know how everybody's collecting money, and I just sent the money for the birthday present through Revolut in just like few seconds, and that's it. Now you might be asking how to get money into your Revolut account. Well, there are a few ways. You can ask employers or any kind of businesses to pay you at your IBAN with Revolut, or you can just top up your account, and that's the function that I use. You have also like an automatic pop-up. So for example, if you know that your salary comes at this date in a different bank account, you can do just like a simple payment style on the internet, and they just top up it with whatever amount you wish. One of the most popular features of Revolut is having different accounts with different currencies, and for people that travel a lot like me, this is great. It doesn't matter where you go. For example, in Europe there are so many currencies. You can have an account for each one of them, and that's all in your pocket. You don't need to go to the bank to open a new account every time you travel. The best part is that when you travel, you don't even need to open an account in the local currency of the local country. For example, I was in South Africa, and I was there for 2 weeks, not for like 2 years or whatever. So I didn't really need to open an account. Although if you open it, you can basically deactivate it later, so it won't be stressing you. You can still do this, but it's not necessary because Revolut offers you pretty good exchange rates with the local currencies. I usually go to a local exchange office to get money before I travel, and I have to be honest, they give me a little bit better rates than Revolut, but the comfort of not carrying money around and the ability to pay with your card anywhere in the world is just amazing. I prefer getting a little bit worse rate, and I'm telling you, it's not a huge difference. And imagine this: your bank, if you go outside of your country or of the treaty that they have like agreed on, like the European Union, they will charge you a lot for anything you pay. It will be just a nightmare. My favorite way to use these accounts are cryptocurrencies. You can open a crypto account for the major cryptocurrencies, and you can directly exchange from your other account to cryptocurrencies, which has made it hyper easy. In some countries there are limitations on crypto, or you need to go to a specific site to trade it and so on, but Revolut has taken it to another level, and it's super easy. Yes, they charge you 1.5% for every transaction, so if you buy and if you sell, but if you're like me and you're just accumulating crypto and you're not trading every day, it's a great solution. Another feature that they have recently opened for the users is trading and purchasing stocks from the stock market. I personally haven't used this feature because I think it's pretty much a bad moment to invest in the stock market, but it's up there, and there are quite a lot of things that you can invest on, and the fact that you can do this directly from your phone with your bank account right away with the money that you have, and you don't have to go through a broker, pay them commission and everything else, the freedom that gives you, this is amazing. And I love that they're rolling out such features, which brings me to something that they're actually missing. And Revolut, if you're watching this, take it as a feedback. I'm missing a savings account, a place where you can put your money on the side and earn interest. Because right now in the bank you get like 0.0001% on interest on your money, which kind of sucks. And other fintech companies like Revolut offer such savings account where you can put your money on the side and get like up to 2% of interest, which is amazing because they don't have the overhead, they don't have the offices, and most importantly, they don't have the mindset to rip you off. Another feature that I love is Revolut Vault. It basically lets you save money while you spend money by rounding up your change. You can choose how much of your change goes into the saving account, which could be like 2, 3 times, 10 times, and so on. And on top of this, you can also make automatic monthly payments to the savings account, which is also great. I use this function all the time, and for like 14 days I have saved like 80 euros on my account. This has made saving money for me a complete breeze, and I love this function. And every once in a while when I open the account and I see, and I'm like, wow, it's so easy, and you always get this rush. It's really nice. One of the key reasons for initially switching to Revolut, and one of my favorite features I would say, is the analytics. It gives you a lot of information about your spending habits, monthly budgets, and everything you can imagine. Before that, I had a huge Excel sheet which I was recording everything by hand the moment it occurs. So I go to have lunch and then I type in, you spent $10 for lunch or whatever. I had to do this manually and then have report by the end of the month or 2 months or whatever. And it was a complete pain in the ass. And that was my workaround because the bank wasn't providing this type of information. You know, when you make a transaction with your bank, you can see it right away in one type of form, but then until it goes through accounting and so on, you can actually see it in the report. And with Revolut, you get a notification right away when you use the card or somebody tries to use the card, and then you get the full beauty of a report for a week, a month, or even the full year. I received an email with a review of my spending, which was awesome. For a stats geek like me, this is just heaven. Heaven, I'm in heaven. This video has been quite long, but we have a few more things to cover, and those are the things that I don't really like. As I mentioned, I'm really liking the savings account, but also I had a few problems with the IBAN, or not with the IBAN, but with payments online. So when I type in my home address and everything that provider needs, and then I type in my Revolut account and my paying details, it doesn't let me pay because the website actually tells me that my bank doesn't correspond to the address. I don't know why they want this, but it's something that I know Revolut is working on, and they have IBAN specifics for different countries, but not my country. So I guess we'll wait and see what will happen. Another thing that I don't really like is the durability. My card is already scratched and it's falling apart, but I guess this is also kind of my fault. And if you want, you can always connect it to Apple Pay or Google Pay and don't even have the card with you. They also have an option for a metal card, which probably will be more durable, but it's also paid with a monthly subscription, and I don't really think it's worth it, but you can look into it separately. That is everything for this video, guys. If you have any questions concerning Revolut, make sure you post them down in the comments and I will make sure that I answer. I hope this video made it clear for you what you can expect from the card. If you have been wondering if you should order one or not, my advice would be order a FinTech card or use a FinTech service, whatever it is. It might not be Revolut, but I truly believe this is the future of banking. And even if you don't use it every single day and if you have doubts, most of these companies have the cards for free. So just order one and be on the wave of innovation. Stay in touch with whatever is happening, because I'm pretty sure that the next years will be very dynamic, and it's very important to keep track of the innovations in this sector because we're talking about your money and your future. If you're still watching, don't forget to hit the like button and leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.